So I'm here today with John Paul, and we're talking through the gift that he has and how he can read people's spirit and their person and transform that into art. And John Paul has some words and things that he would like to share about who he is and how this has come to him and how he is building the world, building it in our world and his world for us to enjoy and find the spirit that lives within John. So John, tell us about yourself.
I'm just a regular guy who life has had a big heart, always showed tremendous amounts of love, and you know, it's a point I've been wanting to get across is love, and how people nowadays don't show love, and it's always the most pettiest thing people fight about. And I think people nowadays need to choose between blood and love. I mean, that's what it comes down to. Either blood or love. You gotta pick one. Imagine if everybody in the world were to hold hands in the same day and we all felt each other's energy and we all had love at the same time. That would create something in this universe that would be unexplainable, and I guarantee if that ever happened, our whole world would be changed. Every individual in that line would be changed by that.
So through a united belief and connectivity,
Exactly.
You believe that energy and connection would bring peace, harmony, and love, and break down the nature of human beings to fight instead of love.
Yeah, like,
That's
don't get
fair.
me wrong, like, yeah, like, I don't mind watching like an MMA fight, but the guys at the end of the day, they still love each other. How about, I like your land, I like this land, let's love and work on it together, and let's build a garden, and let's equally profit from it. That's what I mean.
I understand. I mean, those are big topics and issues in the world, and how we communicate and understand where other people's feelings come from and their ability to diffuse situations and respect,
Right.
and to not take what doesn't belong to them, or because they're using means that are not from love or driven from thoughtful behaviors.
To answer your first question, I suggest anyone who follows me and follows my art is to go out of your way every day and do something nice for one person. I guarantee you will feel better at the end of the day. Now, to go back to my art and my gift, I don't want to give it a name because I feel like it's not mine. It comes from my creator, and my creator, I'm not a religious person, but I have like religious values. My creator is an energy force. Like this painting here, for example, is called Dreamwalker, and the colors here are all representative to the tree of life, which I feel like we all come from this big huge tree that's full of colors like this, and we're all a part of this tree of life. The face is my God, my creator. The face of it is my creator, and he can't be seen, but he can be. It's hard to explain. My gift as a child, when I was younger, I struggled with it. I've seen people that weren't there. I thought I was schizophrenic or something. I thought I was crazy. So I did drugs. I did alcohol. I got addicted to drugs. I'd come off of them, my gift would come back. I would see colors, I'd see visions. And it's scary because you really don't know what it is.
Did your gift actually go away when you were anesthetizing yourself, trying to not live in your gift? Or was it a mixture of both?
At my lowest point, it was gone until the morning I decided to go to rehab, I saw my grandfather pointing at me that he was standing in front of my bed. I was waking up to drink some whiskey first thing in the morning, and I seen him in my window. He was pointing out. He was like, go get help. And that day I got help. I went to the rehab, and ever since then my life has been nothing but blessings through my Creator. And that was the only time, but during my drinking and, you know, abusing medications and stuff like that, it just dulls your senses and it takes everything away.
Right.
And
Have you explained your art from the standpoint of how you paint just your art, and then how you paint your art after a reading? The two different kinds of ways
Right.
that when you say you're a creator, and how your creator feeds you when you present and create products or put that on canvas.
Right.
I've seen your art, and I've seen both pieces of people that you've painted after readings, and I've also seen just your art
Right.
that comes right out of the fingertips.
Right.
Walk through that a little bit.
So my regular art is sometimes just things that inspire me. Very few. And most of it has to do with music that fuels my soul. And Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, it was actually my favorite band, so I did a lot of paintings of him, of not him, but his feelings and his emotions.
I could see why.
Yeah.
I mean, as an artist and a poet, I mean, there's few that have spoken as purely as he has in not only creating his own sound, but actually conveying his words, which I think,
Yeah.
you know, obviously drove him to where he ultimately landed, as gifted people struggle.
Exactly. And that's the truth. The people that are gifted, you have to take each day at a time. Everybody has a gift inside them. They just need to let it surface. I believe everybody can be connected. It's just whether they're able to find that inside themselves or not.
But that gift is in everybody. I do agree, and
Yes.
I think philosophically that's things we've talked about, and I am a huge fan of the belief of humans and gifts and application of gifts, and
Right.
that you have the ability to flourish inside by nurturing, embracing, and bringing it forward, and finding your comfort in your gifts.
Yeah, I agree. I'd like to also say I do get visions through my meditation with my Creator. That's my other paintings that I do. Anytime you see third eye painting on a painting, it'll say third eye, right there. That's coming from my Creator. If it's just coming from me, it's also coming from my Creator, but it's more of something I want, more than what I'm seeing
Right.
brought to me. This is a third eye painting to its fullest. This is it. Like, and this is what I can create multiple times, but through different people. I've had so many different visions and so many different feelings and emotions that I've seen through so many people. That's why I just like, if you could just feel through my hands and see as I see, you would just start loving people, because people need it. And it's just not a loving world anymore. I don't see it. But that's what I want to bring to life with my art. Is I want to show love, passion. I don't consider it, there's no form or anything to my art. It's just through my Creator. It's not me. It's just the energy of the world.
I think one of the things that comes to my mind from a movie I've seen is you don't have to understand to know. And I think that's a struggle for people.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, that is.
Because you do know things.
Right.
And all of a sudden when you know them and you're not really sure why you know them,
Right.
then those things are perplexing. But I think when you understand something and you know it, well, that seems to be a little easier to grapple with. So when you have the gift that you know and you don't really understand it, then how do you explain it? Because if you don't know the formula to it, then it's quite perplexing,
Right.
right? So when you try to tell somebody, it's hard for them to understand because there's no formula. It's just what you know.
Exactly. I can't give you a reason on how, like the movie you had me watch, The Man,
The new
The
infinity.
New Infinity. He knew all these math, he knew how to answer all these questions, any math question, but
He couldn't tell you
he
why.
couldn't tell you why. That's the
So
same
you had
thing.
to go back and try and figure it out just to talk to other people,
Right.
to be part of it, and
Right.
to be accepted.
Right.
But at the end of the day, what he finally said, because God puts it on the tip of my tongue,
Exactly.
and that's how it happens.
Exactly.
Right. So talk about the art, if you'd like to delve into that more, and
Yeah. Any of my art that I do, this came to me in vision. I saw this face, and if you actually look at it, you'll see it. You'd have to see it maybe in person. Hopefully the camera catches it. That's my creator. That's kind of my creator. Like, it is my creator, but he has so many forms.
but haven't you, we've had this conversation, haven't you found that some people view and see different faces?
Yes.
Some people see a scary face.
Yes.
Some people see a happy face.
A lot of people think it's scary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right. So, what would be your interpretation of that vision when you look at something? Is that inside you because you have fear in you? Or is it because you have love and happiness and maybe you see love and happiness as, how do you think that that's viewed from outside and come up with these different feelings about it?
Hopefully it's viewed with, I hope people love my art, that's all I could ask for.
Right.
But if you don't like it, or do you think if it doesn't feel good to your soul, then that's you, that's your
Right.
person. Maybe there's something you need to look into yourself.
That's where I was going.
You know, I know what's in me, and I don't doubt, I don't fear. I have no doubts and no fears in my life. That's one thing I'm sure of, is on me as a person. I don't fear. I don't fear death. I fear nothing. But I do love, and I do love to do my art. There's not much more that I could say that this came from my brain, my creator, and I saw it. It's beautiful, and I painted it. And it's from my visions. When I close my eyes, they're like TVs. I can just see. When I touch somebody, with my energy, I could see what they're thinking. That's how my art works. It's simple.
Beautiful. Well, you got some time with John today. Hope you enjoyed it, and go to the website.